Hello YouTube and welcome. I'm Surakia and this is Video Game Highlight, where I bring you a video game that I think should be on your radar. Today we continue our trend with Owlcat games as we will be talking about Shadow of the Road. Shadow of the Road is a tactical turn-based RPG set in a fictionalized version of feudal Japan in 1868. Owlcat, again, is no stranger to the RPG genre, as we have seen recent successes of their games, such as Pathfinder, both in Wrath of the Righteous and Kingmaker, as well as Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. They are also currently working on a number of other RPGs, such as Warhammer 40k Dark Heresy and The Expanse Osiris Reborn. In Shadow of the Road, the main conflict is which path should Japan go in this crucial time. On one side, we have the Emperor, who is a symbol of progress, bringing in technology and weapons from Western countries and bringing up a more modern Japan. And then on the other side, we have the Shogunate, the one who is following the traditional, the faith, and the Kamidoku, the way of the samurai. We begin our story with two samurai who have just lost their master in a bloody battle. While on the run, they are then recruited by another samurai who wants them to bring a mysterious boy to the Shogun himself. The Shogun is escorted by a giant, I don't know how to describe him. This guy is a very big samurai. We're talking like mountain Game of Thrones level samurai, as well as the boy's mother, who seems to have a demonic or witch-like powers. The boy himself also seems to have some type of mystical powers, and we are unsure of the nature of these abilities. In terms of gameplay, Shadow of the Road follows a turn-based grid-style combat system, much like Owlcat's previous game, Rogue Trader. Each character will have their own specific turn number. The higher the number, the farther away their turn is. They also will have movement points and ability points. Movement points showing where and how far the character can move from their previous turn, and ability points showing off on what the character can spend on attacks and various abilities. These abilities are not just damaging, however, as they can also affect the flow of battle, meaning your allies might be able to have more turns or come into combat much more frequently. One of the things that I found interesting in Shadow of the Road is that we are not just playing one specific character or even a preset character. No, as far as I know, there is no character customization. However, what we will be doing is we will be playing a group of characters at the same time. So imagine playing Baldur's Gate 3, and instead of playing Tav or the Dark Urge, we are playing as Shadowheart, Gale, Will, and Karlach all at the same time. Now, normally, if we were playing Shadowheart, we would only be able to select dialogue and actions that attain to Shadowheart. But with Shadow of the Rogue, we could select dialogue from Shadowheart, and then we could select Will's reaction to Shadowheart's dialogue. This is very prominent in Shadow of the Rogue, as in one instance, I remember when approaching the gate, I could actually select how each of these two samurai could react to being confronted at the gate of this feudal lord. One samurai could be stoic and diplomatic, showing very little emotion, while the other samurai could be much more hot-headed and confrontive and be like, yeah, you want to fight me? Let's go. And again, with this kind of storytelling, we can really select on the relationships and personalities of all of these characters, not just having to do, instead of doing side quests, we're literally choosing their responses and their emotional states. We could select one or two, maybe even all characters to follow the path of the samurai, or we could go the Ronin. We could also make them all love each other, or we could make them all hate each other. It really depends. This is an interesting way of storytelling for an RPG. Shadow of the Road does not shy away from experimentation in both gameplay and storytelling. Its title seems to be very interesting, a bit with this huge mix of history storytelling, as well as sci-fi, steampunk science fiction, as well as traditional Japanese mythicism and spiritualism. Shadow of the Road seems to be a very promising RPG, and I hope that this small highlight was able to bring this game to your attention, so let me know in the comments. Are you a fan of the previous Owlcat games, such as Pathfinder or Rogue Trader? Are you going to give Shadow of the Road a try? Are you interested in any of these gameplay elements or storytelling elements? Please let me know in the comments below. Feel free to leave a like, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you, and goodbye.